What would it be worth to you to find the love of your life? Yeah, that's a big question. Like, what is that to you? I am Jacqueline, founder and creator of Discover Love Matches, and I've been professionally matchmaking people for over 11 years. And we have so many great singles that have found love through my incredible agency. And I was thinking about all these people that have invested and trusted my professionalism. But then I stop and think, okay, what is it that's holding people back from moving forward? I get messages from people all the time. I've been meaning to, I've been thinking about it, or okay, I'm going to sign it this afternoon. And then nothing happens. And a month or two later, I get another message. Okay, now I'm going to do it. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to sign up for this, or I'm going to do this. Or even they sign up and then do nothing with the service that they get. And I was like, okay, what is it worth to you? When I see a message from a client saying it's probably not worth the time or money, there's no one for me, or I get a message saying, well, can I just get a free? I mean, you can match me. I just don't want to spend the money to hire you. And then it's like, okay, well, so why would my client want to go out with you if you're not willing to say, hey, I'm in it to win it? They want to know the same thing. It's not just about dollars of what you're paying for a service. It's about your willingness to invest, your willingness to truly do the work to show up for a relationship connection with somebody special and amazing. And I was just thinking about this. Like, I honestly want to know, how much have you wasted time and money on bad dates? Like dates with ew people, fake people, catfish people, people that are fake on their site. You know, they show you a 50-pound change, 10-year difference on the dating site. You know, a big part of why I'm so passionate about being a professional matchmaker is that I actually get to know every single person in my agency. Some I know better than others, some are more active and engaged, but we stop and pause to actually connect. We are not making it easy on you to just throw in a profile and say, poof, where's my person? Like a dating app, because their idea is to just get the numbers, get enough people that eventually, after you scroll through, you'll find somebody to will keep you busy and distracted. But you know, to me, that's a waste of time. I think my life is too precious. I don't know why everybody else doesn't think that their time and energy should be focused on quality and really just making sure you're in the best place possible. This is why it is so important to have professional guidance. Just, you know, like anything else, if we can have a little edge of an expertise, we're going to leg up on what it is that we want, wish for, and desire. And so I want you to really think about this thought with you right now on how many times you've had that date where, I mean, I've heard it where a lady will order quite a few drinks and expect the guy to pay, yet it's a horrible date. There's no engaging conversation. There's no attraction. There's no interest in this being onto a second date. Well, gosh, that's a lot of money to waste when you keep trying to court someone who isn't really participating in a healthy way, or a situation where you're on a date. I mean, I've sure been on those dates where you keep letting it go on because you're like, something's going to happen and it's going to be worth it. Before you know it, it's 3, 4 hours, and you leave going, I can't get those 3 or 4 hours back. Like, I was trying to be nice, but that wasn't great. Or the one who you realize actually doesn't even want to go on a date. Like, they might want to take a walk, and then they try to get back to your place because all they really want is a hookup. And then the hookup is just that, it is a one night time. And maybe they circle back every once in a while, kind of seeing if you're feeling in the mood, but they're not trying to know you. They're not trying to discover you. Well, how many minutes, hours, days have you thought about those people that just really wasted your time? They weren't showing up for a relationship, and you allowed it. You allow that situation to continue because, you know, the ego gets stroked. It feels good that somebody wants to spend time with you and give you beautiful compliments and tell you how handsome and gorgeous you are, but they're empty if the objective is just to get laid, just to get someone to fill their time on a bored weekend night. You have to get clear about what you want. And a big part of working with a professional matchmaker is that I, as the matchmaker, I'm your advocate for love. I am the one who's telling people why they should date you, why you should go for it, or why, you know what, you're done. This is not going anywhere. And that's so important because of how many wasted dates, wasted time. I mean, our life is so precious. The amount of people that just kind of wait for things to happen, but yet they're not proactive or engaged in their own journey breaks my heart. It really does. And when I get messages of people just saying, I can't afford it, and I'm thinking, even at the lowest level or even at the event level, it's not that you can't dollars to dollars afford a service that I have, because there's all price points. It's about the fact that you aren't willing to invest in what you really want. You're not willing to sacrifice and say, you know what, I'm not going to go out and eat as many times this month because I want this to happen. We can shake and shift our dollars around. We can get creative. We can get resourceful. So I never really buy into the money thing. I mean, I know, yes, my top level might be a little bit above people's budgets, but even just to get in our database, even to just attend an event, sign up for our, how to date with ease course is not very much. It's about your willingness to show up. It's about your willingness to participate. So whether it's my service or anyone else's service, I want you to really stop and think where your dollars for dating are going. Where are they going? Are you really being honest with yourself? How many dollars are you wasting on just going on random dates, hoping something will happen, from gas to parking to the new outfit you bought to the wasted time when you are prepping and getting ready and excited and anticipating. And then it's a flatline date. Like, it is just nothing. And all you want to do is figure out how to get the freaking out of there. And these are things that are very important. Plus, how many of you keep having a first date and getting nowhere and wondering, what can you do different? Well, I follow up for feedback. So this is something that is really important because we need to know how we're coming across. I've had clients that I've asked for feedback after their dates and been like, okay, were you guys on the same date? And then when I give feedback to the person who completely missed the beat, they improve on the next date. If you give them a chance for a second date with feedback, it's amazing what can happen. But if you are not going to give them a second chance, the next person I match them with is going to get the benefits of that feedback and the ability to make some changes. We all can grow and we all can learn, but we also tend to repeat patterns. We tend to keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results, but we know that's the definition of insanity. So I want you just to take a minute at the end of the video and kind of calculate how much time and money that you have actually wasted with opportunities that were flaky and never really went anywhere. I mean, that's the challenge. I have people ask me out all the time, but never actually follow through on when we're getting together and where are we getting together. They're just curious if the person will even be interested in going, but then they drop the ball at seeing it through. Well, that's a waste of time for both people. If you're not going to actually ask the person out, schedule a date, schedule a location, then don't even bother. You're wasting both people's time. So I really want you to think about this. Time is money and energy, and it's how we look at ourselves. But if we keep allowing the wrong people or no right people to hear about us, then why are we surprised we're still single? Why are we surprised that things aren't progressing? So this is where you have to stop and say, okay, I've wasted all this time and wasted all this money. Do I want to keep doing that? Or do I want to make a change? What is it that I'm willing to do? And these are heavy, big questions because it's hard to admit that you've really been just kind of letting the wrong people know about you, and it's kept you busy. It's kept you intrigued. It's kept you aware. But the problem is when the wrong people keep hearing about you, you start to believe that those are the only options you have. And there's actually quite lovely, amazing, incredible people out there. And you have to decide what your boundaries are, what type of person you want to date, and how much you're willing to get into it. It's not all about dollars and cents. There's the dating courtship that happens between the dates, there's the texting, the phone calls, there's the connecting, there's asking questions about someone. It's amazing how many people don't really ask their date anything. They don't really try to get to know them. They first just want to spend time and have something to do. So I want you to really think about this. I want you to take a moment and think about all this time, energy, and effort you've been giving to the wrong people. And I want you to decide you're worth more. And then decide how you want to go about that. Do you want to spend more quality time really analyzing the people you're willing to go on dates with? Do you want to really find people that are proactive and moving forward? Do you want to find people that are genuinely committed to finding a relationship? Or are you going to keep dating the people who just are bored on a Friday night, that just want to hook up, that just want to not really try and put any effort? It's okay which way you go, but don't complain that it's not working if you haven't changed up your standards of expectation. So, this is where I want you to step back, make a choice on what matters to you, and really get honest. How much time and money have you been wasting thinking about and dating or trying to date the wrong people? All right, we're going to keep this conversation going. This is really important to me, to get people to start realizing how much they give away for free, how much they don't show up, and then how much they don't take responsibility for the outcome of that behavior. So, this is your chance to really get honest with yourself. Pop a comment below. Let me know what you're thinking and how you're going to make some changes in improving the opportunities for your dating success. I'll chat with you again soon.